and Operation Management Society. Assalamu alaikum, good evening. Welcome to the webinar organized by Industrial Engineering and Operation Management Society, World University of Bangladesh. Let me introduce myself. I am Rumana Tasneem, Faculty Advisor, IEOM Society, World University of Bangladesh chapter. Well, today we have some special guests joining in our webinar. I would like to introduce them all. Well, first of all, I would like to introduce you with Professor Dr. Mizanur Rahman sir. Professor Dr. Mizanur Rahman sir is working as the head of the Department of Mechatronics Engineering, World University of Bangladesh. Sir, thank you very much for joining with us today. And then we have Dr. Riyad Tanshin sir. He is the head of the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Division. Sir, thank you very much for joining us today. Then I would like to introduce you with another special guest who has joined us today all the way from Malaysia. I would like to welcome Dr. Muhammad Sufian bin Misaran, Deputy Dean, Faculty of Engineering, University Malaysia, Sabah. Sir, thank you for being with us today. And finally, we have another special guest, Engineer Mr. Farhan Firdaus. Actually, he is the very first speaker in our today's webinar. Engineer Mr. Farhan Firdaus he is basically the founder and chairman of Japan Bangladesh Robotics and Advanced Technology Research Center. I would like to give a brief introduction on him before we begin his speech. Mr. Farhan Firdaus actually has another identity. He was also a former student of Department of Mechatronics Engineering, World University of Bangladesh. As a member of WB family, we are actually very proud of him. Mr. Farhan Firdaus also completed his master's from Japan Institute of Science and Technology on robotics sector, and his organization, that is Japan Bangladesh Robotics and Advanced Technology Research Center, has accomplished many great things so far. Actually, they have organized a number of workshops and seminars in different colleges and universities in Bangladesh and other countries. So I would like to welcome Engineer Mr. Farhan Firdaus to give a brief introduction on today's webinar topic, that is reduction of energy consumption for sustainability in humanitarian response. Mr. Farhan Firdaus, you can start, please.
Okay, thank you, Rumana ma'am, to giving me the opportunity, and thank you to the All University and the IEOM to inviting me this type of international webinar. Also, I think it is very much important, and I am also happy because I was a student from mechatronics engineering in this All University of Bangladesh, and maybe I can introduce about myself more. Then maybe I can share my presentation now. Can you see?
We cannot see yet. I think it's going to take some time. Yes, okay. We can see right now. We can actually see right now. You can begin.
Okay, thank you. Thank you again, the All University of Bangladesh, also the IEOM, and I am Muhammad Farhan Firdaus, living in Japan, and I am doing also job in a private company, Japanese company as a robotics engineer. Also, I have a organization which name is the Japan Bangladesh Robotics and Advanced Technology Research Center, JBRATRC. Also, I have a company which name is the Japan Bangladesh Robotics and Technology Limited, and I will discuss about it later. And today webinar is very much important and very much important topics. So today topic is the reduction of energy consumption for the sustainability, the humanitarian response. And this type of webinar is very much important for our present all, also our future all and future generation, because we need energy everywhere. Without energy, we cannot do anything in the real world. So I will present about some important topics about some type of the popular energy generation system, also the industrial revolution and the energy generation. Also I will discuss about the demand and supply of energy perspective of the Bangladesh, also the some other countries, and also I will discuss about the energy management, Then I'll discuss about some ongoing research about the energy, also the some energy audit and energy management and energy efficient appliance. And I will also discuss how we can relate it with it energy with the industrial regulation. And also I'll discuss about the some energy efficient household system or some industrial sector, how we can we can use this type of energy and how we can reduce the energy in this type of sector. Also I'll discuss about our organization JBRATSC. And now I am introduced about some type of energy resources. So there are some main energy resources in the world: some coal and some the fuel, natural gas, nuclear power plant, hydropower plant, this type renewable energy. We can see from this picture in Japan there are only 9.6% energy, this type of energy produced, but in this the Norway is the which is they can produce the last type of energy, so 792.6%. And we can also see some countries, the UK, also France, German, they can also use this type of energy like the natural gas, the nuclear power plant, renewable energy. But the main source of the coal they are using coal, also the crude oil, also the hydroelectric power, because in Japan there are many hydroelectric power. I saw many hydroelectric power and they produce a huge type of energy from this hydroelectric power. And they also use it the many type of industry, and also use the train, high speed train, also the general train they use. And also they use many type of shopping mall and others type of others type of uh, places. So it is very important how we can use the hydroelectric power plant for our country in the future. And now I am introducing some type of popular energy. So there are many type of energy in the world, but there are some renewable energy like the solar power plant, or some type of wind energy, also the hydropower plant, also some type of the geothermal energy. And so first one is the solar power plant. There are some advantage from the solar power plant. So it is renewable energy. Also it is very much efficient for the when the sun throw on this type of the solar power plant, then it can consume the energy. So this type of energy we can use the later. And also some type of wind energy we can use it near the river, or near the sea, or near the open place. So we can consume energy from this type of sources. Also the hydropower plant, which is very much important, because we can use the water to produce the energy from this for this hydropower plant. So it is very much important, and we can use also in our country more. And I already told there are many hydropower plant in Japan, and they are produce a huge number of energy from this type of hydropower plant. And also there are some others type of resources for energy, some the geothermal energy work. And there are some turbine use the generator, transformer, or the magma and river. So it is on type of cooling water, which is the pump into the heated rock, where it is converted into steam. And it is nowadays there are some places we are using this type of geothermal energy, so so produce some type of energy. And I am showing a video because our today topic is how we can reduce the energy consumption. So I can give you some example from this video, so we can reduce our energy from our home or some type of other places. So we can see from this video, we can reduce our energy from our home appliance, like at the fan, light, or some type of air cooler system, system or some refrigerators. So we can reduce energy from this type of device. Also, I am introducing about industrial revolution and the energy generation. So nowadays we are doing work on the industrial 4 revolution, and there are many type of device, latest device like the robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, and IoT drone. This type of devices device have include with this type of industrial revolution force. So we use this type of device to reduce our energy, because for example, if we use this robot in our industry, so we can if we can reduce our time, and we can reduce our time, because if we do work on a device, if you made a product within the 10 minutes by our hand or manually, but robot can do it with the 2 to 3 minutes, so we can reduce 7 minutes, and we can consume our energy also for this type of device. Also some IoT device, some type of drone, or also we can use it in our agriculture sector, and we can reduce our energy from this type of device also. And there are some other type of energy using many type of artificial intelligence device, also some type of device like that in our metering system or some electric system. We are using the IoT device, so we can reduce our energy, and we can using with the consumption our energy also. And now I am introducing about some industrial revolution, because there are we are doing on the fourth industrial revolution now, and in the future we will do work on the fifth industrial revolution. And this the first one is the happened in the 18th century, the first industrial revolution of the steam engine and coal. And but the second industrial revolution or the electrical and the science and coal oil, and the third industrial revolution, the 20th century will happen. And this is the third industrial revolution, work on the IT and computer, oil, nuclear power plant, natural gas. But in this present situation, this is the fourth industrial revolution, work on some robotics, some IoT, artificial intelligence, renewable energy. But our future revolution, only in energy revolution, also how we can find the new energy. So today's topic is very much important, because our next industrial revolution only this type of energy. So how we can produce renewable energy, also some we can find out the new energy sources. Also there are some demand and supply energy for this all are also some Bangladesh situation. So there are so Bangladesh is a developing country, so we are using many type of energy. So our main resource energy is some natural gas, also fuel, also some hydro plant. But how we can produce the more energy from this type of energy, also some natural energy, how we can produce, so we can think about it. Also, there in Bangladesh, a statistics said that 40,000 megawatt we already use. We will use by the 2013. Also, in 5 gigawatts in the 2009 to around 2021 gigawatt. Also, the 2019. Also, the energy information product nearly 50% increase in the world energy users in 2015. And also I am talking about some there are some energy using in the world. So how much energy we are using in this type of situation. So we can see from this picture, we can see the oil we are using. This is the mostly using the oil. Also the hydro system we are using this type of only that this is the lowest, but there are some other resources we are using in the all energy. This type of energy they can produce. So natural gas, also the coal, the bioenergy, also the nuclear energy. So this type of energy also we can produce and we can use for the all. And also there are some others graph shows that there are some shows that there are some energy consumption 2010 to 2015. So there are some others area like the Asia, also some Middle East countries, some Africa, also America and Europe. So this type of country we are using this type of energy, and we can consume this type of energy from this type of region. And now I am discussing about some other topic, the energy management. So how we can manage our energy, because without management we cannot use the energy properly. So it is very much important how we can how we can manage our energy. So metering our energy consumption at the collecting data first, and there are some other steps: finding opportunity to save energy and estimating how much is the opportunity could save. So this is also important. Without save energy we cannot use it the next time. So we can do it. And also some taking action to the target opportunities to save energy. Also the last step is the tracking process by the analyzing metered data, and how will the energy saving effect with the work. And now I am discussing about some ongoing research about the energy management system. So there are some energy management systems. So where so electric vehicles, we are using this type of energy vehicle system, and this is the rapid development power electric technology and realize the high efficient vehicle. Also, this is how we can reduce the battery energy cost, and how we can use the with the minimal, and how we can use the device the minimal energy. So we are doing research on it. Also some automatic sensor or meter arrangement system or the building energy management, and we are doing this type of research also. And now I am talking about some energy audit and energy management, and this is also important topics, because without energy audit and management we cannot do it using properly. So it is also important. And the access, so some type of step there, the validate the qualify impact of the improvement, also the before, after, and after the map result of the goal, and then how we can improve and improve the optimize the cost energy some maintenance alert. So we can use also the latest technology for the energy management system. Also the some we can use the billing analysis, so site audit, the solar arrangement. Also we can measure the energy high impact location or device level users or identity priority issues. So this type of step we can follow for the energy audit and energy management also. And this is there are also some other device we are using to energy efficient. So some the solar cooker, also the eco charger, also the electricity monitors. Also there are some electric appliances we are using in our home also. So some type of the washing machine which can reduce our energy, also some air conditioner and some fan, also some type of light and some type of refrigerator also. Some type of device, this type of device can reduce our energy in our home also, some type of industry, shopping mall and other type of places. And from this type of device we can reduce the energy very well. And there are some fourth industrial revolution leading the industrial automation, because we are doing work on the fourth industrial revolution now. So there are many type of devices like the robotics, automation, machine learning, IoT, this type of uh, technology or device were introduced this the present all, because without this type of device or this type of technology we cannot do work very properly or very within the short time. And we cannot reduce our energy, because without energy we cannot do anything in this present all. So everywhere is need the energy, everywhere needs the electricity, so it is very much important. And also there are some type of energy we can save from the factory automation, because nowadays we are using IoT system in some factories, so we can also reduce the energy, and we can do work within the short time very smoothly. So it is also important how we can use the IoT system more in our country, Bangladesh. And now I am introducing about our organization Japan Bangla and these activities, how we already done and what we'll do in the future. So our organization name is the Japan Bangladesh Robotics and Advanced Research Center, JBRATSC, and we established this organization in 2018. And also we are doing work of sub international and national researcher, professor, student, professional, young people. Also, we are doing work on some robotics and automation, artificial intelligence, machine learning, drone software, this type of technology, latest technology. And we already open some online and offline courses on the robotics, some microcontroller, PCB design, IoT, machine learning, web design, and the programming language, some programming language like the programming C, Python, or some type of app development, game development, and some type of Japanese language, because in Japanese language is very important to come to Japan and do part-time job, also the full-time job also. And also the programming language is very important when a student can enter the job, also higher study, also doing study. So this type of language, learning this type of language is very much important for their future, also for their present. And also we have already done some international conference in also seminar in Bangladesh. Bangladesh also some university like the Dhaka University, East West University, North South University, also some Maulana Bhashani University, Bangomata University, Bangabandhu University. So many public and private university we have already done also this all university, and AIB, so UITS, also the IWAT. So many university we have already done some international and national seminar. And also our team and me also doing some research, and we already published some international conference like the IEEE. Also we have already published some book chapter in the CSC Press USA. And we have some plans, so we are doing research on some medical device, also some the educational purposes, also agriculture purposes, some type of robotics and automation device. So we have a plan. If we do as a product, so we can sell it within the lowest price in all Bangladesh, also other type of countries. So it is also our target. And we have already done some seminars. So there are some picture. This is the in 2019. We have already done an international conference and RoboFest at East West University. So this is the picture. Also, our team also joined with me the an international conference in the State Washington University and Eastern Washington University, USA, in 2019. And many televisions also interviewed me about our activities and personal work. Also, this is the picture in 2019 ICACRT International Conference and RoboFest. As a co-chairman, I got this grace. And also we have done doing some research on some project, and this is the bongo robot. Our team member is Asan Lakib made it, and this is already published in IEEE Explorer. So you can, if you're interested, you can read it. And also there are some smart window, also there are some automatic bottle diffuser system, because these two type of device we are using this type of renewable energy as like the solar energy. So we can got from the energy from the solar system, and we can use in this type of device. So it is also related to this type of topics, student topics. And thank you very much all to see my presentation, and thank you.
I think now we need to go because we need to wait. Maybe the host they have actually some internet problem. Can you listen to me properly? Is it okay? So now maybe we just discuss about the we saw about the presentation on from the engineer Farhan Fedos. He gave us actually the very brief presentation regarding on energy and then the energy audit, industry 4.0, energy 4.0. So now we are moving to discussion. My first question actually is
Sir,
not question. Maybe we are just talking. Is Rumana is here? So
yes,
maybe, yeah, just I'm going to ask the question to from
yes,
Dr.
sir.
Shufian. Maybe you can continue from there.
Yes, I would like to ask some questions to all the speakers today. And actually, my first question is for Dr. Tanshin. Sir, we are actually are aware of the fact that in Bangladesh, in majority of the cases, we usually use fossil fuel like coal, petroleum, and natural gas for electricity generation. And also, we use renewable energy sources and nuclear energy sources for electricity generation as well. As a matter of fact, currently almost 63% of electricity in Bangladesh is being generated from natural gas. However, only 3.3% of electricity is being generated from renewable energy sources. So, sir, my question is, what is the prospect of renewable energy sources in Bangladesh? Could you please elaborate on this topic, this question? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your nice question. First, my colleagues, seniors, student, and friend, well-wisher, and who watching this webinar. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. First, I describe present energy scenario in Bangladesh. Energy consumption by fuel type natural gas 33%, heavy fuel oil, that means HFO 18%, and high speed diesel 7%. Power import 5 to 6% abroad, and coal 2%, renewable energy 3.3 to up to 4%. According to the date of last July, the power generation capacity of the country is 25,235 megawatt. Maximum power generation in one day 20 13,692 megawatt. Even just 15 years ago, power generation was about half. Our country has all kinds of power generation system. Natural gas and coal-fired power plant are the common, which are basically fossil fuel. Basically, we can use this fuel for certain period of time, but the demand of fossil fuel and nuclear power is increasing along with the demand of electricity. Renewable energy is not yet widely used anywhere in the world. Nowadays, Switzerland, Germany, Denmark, and the USA, such of the developed countries, are trying best to use renewable energy. The thinking about the future, the whole world is now laying towards renewable energy. The situation is similar in Bangladesh. About 4% of the total electricity generated in our country comes from renewable energy. Hopefully, this number will increase day by day. And now I describe renewable energy solar home system. This power generation 150 megawatt, uh, 3.5 million connection. Solar panel on building and shopping center 1 megawatt. Solar panel and government semi-government office 3 megawatt, solar panel by consumer during electricity connections 11 megawatt, wind-based power plant 2 megawatt, biomass and 1 megawatt, and biogas 5 megawatt, solar irrigation 1 megawatt, and hydroelectric power generation 230 megawatt. Our country is generating a total of 404 megawatt electricity for renewable source. Solar home system is becoming popular, producing 150 megawatt, especially in the remote and rural areas. And also this week I saw a newspaper. This proposed an accepted solar power plant 100 megawatt named Solar Park in Jamalpur district. This is big project in Bangladesh. The total cost of project 1,511 crore 79 lakh taka. Sometimes different renewable energy related projects need huge investment at the initial stage. Using this amount of renewable energy in the last 10 years is a milestone for us. According to the building code, every building in the city now has to use solar power. The government is trying to implement the hydro power project and wind power project, but due to geometrical location, these power systems are still not a very effective way for Bangladesh. However, it is possible to take it forward through proper research and planning. So it can be said that the prospect of renewable energy in Bangladesh is increasing day by day. That's all. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much for your wonderful discussion. I would like to ask a question to Dr. Mizanur Rahman, sir, now. Sir, we all know that energy consumption has increased a lot since 1950s, and it will be increasing day by day. So naturally, the global energy demand will be increasing in both developing and developed countries as well. Um, even a few minutes ago, we were all enjoying Mr. Farhan's presentation, and we got to know from his presentation that energy use around the world is estimated to increase about 50% by 2050. So it's a huge increment actually. So my question is, basically, how can we actually meet up this increasing energy demand? So could you please share your opinion with us, sir?
Thank you very much, Ms. Mona. And then I would like to thank also the IEOM student chapters, basically the president and all the members who organized this webinar. That's true. Actually, we can see from the energy demand. Actually, that's the engineer Farhan already presented that the energy demand is increasing actually rapidly. And then also another alarming word is coming is our whatever we have energies, man, fossil fuel is actually the amount of reserve decreasing at the same time. So what happened actually? How we are going to meet this demand? That's actually the very I think time demand question that how we are going to meet our energy in the next another few years, maybe another generation, and so on. So if you look at our policy, energy policy, then we can see that actually our government, actually our present government, we appreciate our government activities. That government actually focus on. We know that we are now actually making one nuclear power plant in Rumpur, Pabna. So that's actually giving the big, I think the big support to our energy sector. I think fresh energy sector. And then also we need to see actually that we are depending on the coal-fired power plant. We have a coal-fired power plant in Dinajpur, then also we have planned to coal-fired plant in Sundarban area, many areas we have. But when we talk about this power plant, we are thinking about the technology, actually the fresh technology. Maybe later on it will come to our discussion. how the technology actually helps. So this demand, if we look at actually the potential sector for Bangladesh, we can see that we have solar energy, abundant of solar energy in our country, because we have actually, if we look at actually the literature, then we can see almost 300,000 households they are connected with the solar, not the directly solar grid system, household solar power grid system. So they are connected with this solar energy. So they are having the energy with this one. So another things also we can see actually from our light intensity, that's called actually the sunshine hours. In the coastal region of Bangladesh is 3 to 11 hours is daily we have. And then if you look at our radiation is almost 200 watt per square meter. That's actually the very good global radiation varies at 3.8 kilowatt per square meter per day to 6.4 kilowatt hours per square meter per day. So that's not bad actually. That's a good option for the to get the energy from the solar side. So we have also potential for the wind energy. That's also the renewable energy. Our coastal region, if we look at the coastal region, southern coastal region, or maybe the island, then we can see the average wind speed remaining 3 to 4.5 meter per second, whereas more than 2 meter per second wind speed is capable to generate the power. I think Dr. Sufyan is here. He has actually some research on this one. Maybe during his time he can present. But we have variation of wind speed variation on month, as well as we have variation on season also. Maybe summer and monsoon actually season. March to October actually can be the low pressure area, and strong wind speed can reach actually up to 200 to 300 kilometer per hour. That one can be expected sometimes. So sometimes actually if this speed it is very hard, wind turbine should be strong enough. We need that actually to consider a very strong wind enough. Wind actually the turbine. So if you want to cultivate the wind energy from the wind, electricity from the wind, and then good quality wind data is available in Potenga, Chittagong, and there's actually that particular that area. This wind speed around 4.2 to 8.1 meter per second. That's actually the into the height of 20 meter. And this is the good wind actually the speed to generate the electric wind power. So we have potential source. Not only this one, we have potential source of tidal energy. That's called actually the ocean wave. We can generate the power. We have with the longest sea beach actually in our country. So we can actually use the tidal wave from the Coast Bazar, Moashkali, Kutubia, all those places. We can generate the power because the wave, the tidal range is around 4 to 5 meters. So we have new technology to generate the power, like we called as vortex power. Then we have actually the basically I will talk about the vortex power that can generate power with the low water head. Even 1 meter water head is enough. So if we have the tidal power is 4 to 5 meter, then we can actually generate a good power from here. Also, we have potential from the wave energy in this area. We have biomass. We have potential to biomass. Different type of actually the bioreactor we can use to generate the power from the biomass. Then we can use the biomass gasification to develop the energy from the biomass sector. River current can be used also to generate the electricity. We have almost 230 number of rivers in all over the country, and then with its length almost like a 24,000 kilometers. It covers the whole Bangladesh and flowing of down actually from the Bay of from the upside to the Bay of Bengal. That can be used as to produce the electricity to meet the demand in future. Then also we have waste and electricity we can generate from the waste. That can be actually because our population is we can say that our population is very big. If you can use our municipal waste is properly, then we can use actually the big amount of electric energy from this source. And also we depend upon some of the imported oil for the source of energy. Energy is not means that we are producing electricity only. Energy also is covered the oil, lubricating oil, diesel, kerosene. This sector is fully dependent upon the imported side. So when I talk about the demand, actually how the question meet the increasing energy demand. So actually, we can see that the government policy and then our actually the resources which is available in our country. If you look at this one, then we can say that we are moving towards the renewable energy as well as we are moving to the nuclear energy that can be. Believe that that can be meet our future demand as well as I believe our government that are going to the right path and then it will come up with a good solution and hope that I answered the question. Thank you, Kumana.
Sir, thank you very much for your detailed and informative discussion. Now I would like to ask a question to Dr. Sufyan. Sir, my question to you is, what are the most used energy sources for electricity generation in Malaysia, and how Malaysian government is coping up with this increasing energy demand on the, also how Malaysian government is actually dealing with the reduction of energy consumption. Sir, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Romana. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good evening to everyone. Before I answer the question, I would like to take this opportunity to convey my thanks to the organizer of the event for inviting me to give some insights and opinions. Coming back to the questions, talking about the most used energy sources for electricity generation in Malaysia. Well, in Malaysia, like other developing countries, basically we are too dependent on fossil fuels, basically coal and gas power plants. So this is one of the energy issues in Malaysia. Apart from that one, another issue is that we are too dependent, energy import dependence. Because we having this issue by buying oil from outside or fuel imports. Malaysia is basically an oil producing countries. Yes, we do produce oils, but most of the oil is basically being refined and then exported outside, because basically the Malaysian oil is basically it's a sweet oil. Basically, it's much more expensive in the market. So what we did is that we export the oil outside, and then we buy cheaper oil from the outside. But because of this, we did manage to get good income. But at the same time, we become too dependent. We are too dependent on imported fuel. So these are two main issues for Malaysia: dependence of fossil fuels, and because of that, we need to purchase oil from outside, and we're becoming dependent on them. So to mitigate these problems, what we did, or what the government did, is basically they strengthened the stakeholder coordination. Stakeholder means here is the consumers, basically the people that are using basically the electricity. We promote energy efficient device and appliances. So I would relate this my answer to Engineer Muhammad Farhan. He did show us a video on efficiency. Efficiency is very important. And then apart from that, so we to achieve this, the government actually gave some grants or encouragement when we purchase electrical devices that are very efficient, rated 5-star. So that means at the same time, let's say for example, I bought a refrigerator or air conditioning unit that is rated 5-star, so there will be some discount, which is basically paid by the government. Okay, this is one way of doing it. Apart from that, to engage the stakeholders. So what the government did is that they implement smart meters. Smart meters means that the conventional meter is basically you install at each home, and then basically the provider have to go to the home to read out the meter to issue a bill, right? That's a conventional means. But a smart meter, on the other hand, is being monitored centralized, using a centralized system. Yeah, so that means the government can monitor the usage pattern of any household, and then they have a tier billing system. That means if you only use a certain percentage, a very small amount of electricity, the billing amount will be cheaper. But once you reach a certain threshold, means that your electricity bill will be very expensive. So this is a way of the government to educate the people to use electricity in much more sustainable manner. Okay. Apart from that, when we talk about the gas supply, so the government ensures security of gas supply by enabling growth in the oil and gas sector. So we basically develop the oil and gas industry, uh, increase our exploration in our resource area in the South China Sea, for example, on certain areas. And then apart from that, so by doing that is basically we are increasing our oil and gas output. The next thing is the next mitigation plan by the government is that to enable supply and diversify, right? Basically, we have a lot of options rather than depends on oil and gas, right? So we go for other renewable energy sources. Like for example, we have hydro dam. Basically, in Sabah, we have in Sarawak, we have one of the biggest hydro dam in Southeast Asia. And then apart from that, the government also came up with a scheme, basically to motivate people to establish a large scale solar, or the short term is LSS. All right, the large scale solar means that they are basically function as independent power supply or power provider. Normally, they will provide about 10 megawatts or 5 megawatts worth of power. This is quite small, but that means they will engage with a certain number of quota. And then apart from that, they also provide another scheme, which is a rooftop solar. The rooftop solar is participated by um, stakeholders or users. Means that the common people can apply for this scheme where they will install a solar panel on top of the roof. This scheme is known as net energy metering. Means that when they set up the solar panel on top of the roof, they will sell the electricity to the government or to the companies. Basically, it's not government; it's the company, the electric provider. So basically, when they do that, actually the electric provider will buy actually much more expensive as compared to when we purchase the electricity from them. It's a way to promote people to use solar panel. This is one way of them of doing this lah. So in a larger scale, in terms of the government policy and things like that, actually the government have targeted that by 2025 that we have 20% renewable energy coming from as compared to currently in 2018, based on the paper that I read, it's only about 2%, and I believe the number right now is much higher than that. But the target is by 2025 we should have about 20%. In terms of research and development on renewable energy, so if we study the documents in terms of research and such as actually the relation between Malaysia and renewable energy, you can see that the number of documents is actually increasing. Okay, so just a little bit more information. So for Malaysia, actually, we have a lot of option for renewable energy. You have wind turbine. You have like now Dr. Mizano mentioned about the vortex turbine for rivers, and then you have hydro dams. But actually, in terms of Malaysia, one of the potential energy will be solar energy, because Malaysia is amongst the highest solar potential uptake due to its location near the equator. So the potential solar generation can reach up to 6,500 megawatt. Basically, we have solar all year round. Yeah, basically we have solar all year round. Just that during the monsoon season, we have a lot of rains. So I think hopefully that should answer your question, Madam Rumana. So I give you the session to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your fruitful discussion. We got to learn a lot from your discussion, actually. Now I'll be moving on to Engineer Mr. Farhan Firdaus. Engineer Mr. Farhan Firdaus, I'd like to ask you a question. You know that we are in the era of fourth industrial revolution, and fourth industrial revolution is mostly driven by huge technological advancements like high-speed mobile internet, Internet of Things, then artificial intelligence, big data, use of big data, and cloud computing, etc. So, what do you think? How will this digital revolution transform the energy sector? Please
Uh,
share your opinion with us.
okay, thank you, Rumana madam. I am so for industrial relation. There are some basic component or device or technology like the robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, or drone, IoT. So this type of device or technology. So we can use it to reduce the energy, and we can also use this type of technology to produce more energy, because the nowadays the artificial intelligence is very much related with the energy sector, because in the energy consumption, so how we can reduce the energy consumption. So we already use some artificial intelligence device, some type of robot already done within the short time in your work. So in this industry in Japan, there are many type of industry are using artificial intelligence or artificial intelligence type robots. So they can do a work within the short time also very smoothly and with the human interaction, because if human can do this type of work with the 10 minutes or 20 minutes, but here robot only can do it within the 3 minutes or 5 minutes. So we can reduce our time, and we can also reduce our energy also. And in the IoT, some technologies are using it for to automation our industries, so we can do work very smoothly and within the short time. And we can make some a smart device, also some smart home, and also using some type of other technological device. So we're using IT also, the electronic grid management system, also some billing system. So we can easily work, and we can reduce our time, also we can reduce our energy. And we are so there are some other type of device we are using, like the some type of machine learning. So some machine learning we can connect with the artificial intelligence and also the industry. So we can easily work with this, because in many type of industry, like the big industry like the Amazon, they can use the artificial intelligence and machine learning in their management product management system, or they can use it the transport system. So they can easily detect their device or detect their product where it is situated now, or they can locate it very easily. So they can reduce also their energy, also the time also. And also there are some electrical car, or in this in USA, also some Japan and other type of country, they are doing work like the Tesla. They are using some their research on some battery. So how they can reduce their cost on this type of battery energy. So how they can use the lowest energy, and how they can use is very much lowest energy, and how they can use it to go this car far away. And how they can use this type of artificial intelligence. There are some automobile company, they are using some artificial intelligent device, or some type of artificial intelligent technology. So they can automate a car without human interaction, and without a driverless car. So this type of car also can consume our energy also. Also there are some hydropower plant or some nuclear power plant, they are using some artificial intelligence, also some machine learning technology, and how they can produce energy very easily and shortly, and they can analyze it from this type of technology. So everywhere we need this type of latest technology, so we can easily work, and we can done very quickly work, and we can very smoothly work. So it is very important to using this type of technology with this energy sector. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Mr. Farhan Firdaus. Moving on to Professor Dr. Mizanur Rahman sir once again. Sir, I have actually two questions for you. Sir, we all know that energy audit can help us understand the ways energy is used in any industrial sector or household applications. So my first question is, sir, what is the purpose of energy audit? And the second question is how energy audit and management can reduce energy consumption. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for this question. This is actually the one of the question I like too much to talk about the energy audit. I think I was involved in when I was in University Malaysia Sabah. I was involved in the energy auditing. Some part of the, you can see the smiley face of Dr. Shukya. Actually, energy audit involves is we can say that how the energy consumption is going on that particular industry. It's not actually the based on either manufacturing industry or maybe the textile industries or maybe electrical component industry, whatever is. Even the education sector, we can do the energy audit. So what we will see? If we want to see the energy audit, then we will see that, for example, I can give you the light. How much light intensity we need. Maybe we are using the more than enough light intensity, whatever we need. So means we are using surplus of energy or excess amount of energy for the reading purpose. So energy will tell us, give us the information that how much energy we need for particular that factory based on the standard guideline. That guideline will be published for the household sector. They have different guideline. For industry, they have different guideline. For different purpose, even working purpose, they have also guideline. So once we have energy audit, means you have clear idea that what will be the amount of energy you are using now currently, and how much energy exactly you need to use. So if you have the difference between these two, then you can minimize your energy uses. That's one thing. Another thing is actually can tell energy audit will tell you. For example, we are that also I will refer to the Dr. Sufyan and Engineer Farhan both actually. So they mention about the energy efficient appliance. So means actually we have, for example, if we have one air condition unit in our working station, but that is not actually the inverter type, maybe the normal type of, not maybe one star type of actually the air condition unit. Even by the room temperature we are not maintaining properly. Maybe we keep it 18 degree or 19 degree, whereas the comfort region may be around 24 degrees centigrade. So energy audit will actually tell it that that particular area we are taking the more energy, so we can save the energy. Instead of 1 star, we can replace that actually the equipment with the 4 star. So the savings of amount of money will maybe after certain time that will replace the cost of that equipment. So this energy audit will give you this all information actually the regarding the energy uses, regarding the whatever we need, either it's surplus or not, what is the comfort range for the worker, what is actually the even the chiller, whatever actually the appliance is used in the industry, that that's demand actually, what is the maximum demand for that one and what is the standard demand, that will give actually the idea from the energy audit. I think that's the maximum I can tell now. If you need, I know that the webinar is actually we have not too much time. We don't have much time. Maybe other speaker need to talk also more. So I want to finish actually regarding the energy audit here. If any student need more information about the energy audit, they can contact with me, and then I can give them more actually. Romana, maybe I can pass the microphone to you.
Thank you, sir, for the useful information on energy audit. I think it's a very interesting topic, and many students will be interested to know more about it. If they want to know, they can surf internet and even they can contact you, since it's a very interesting topic and you have a lot to share about it. Sir, my next question is for Dr. Riyad Kanchan, sir. Sir, we know that both energy production and energy consumption have some severe effects on environment. So, what kind of steps should be taken to ensure sustainability, in your opinion, sir? Could you please share?
A very nice question has been asked. Thank you. I agree with you. The production and consumption of electricity, of course, has a significant relation with environment pollution. We can control the amount of this pollution if we want. It is generally accepted very well in developed countries. In addition to power generation, the importance of the environment is much higher. But due to large population in underdeveloped and developed countries like Bangladesh also, the demand for electricity is also high. So in the case of power generation, there is not much regulation, due to which most of environment pollution in this world occurs in densely polluted and underdeveloped countries. The United Nations is working extensively on environment pollution. They are focusing on renewable energy to reduce environment pollution. And second question, number of steps we can talk increasing sustainability. Take a step to reduce electrical energy consumption and choose the right light LED bulbs. I think LED bulbs use 70% less electricity than others bulbs. We can also unplug ideal electronics, use power trap to turn off all devices off at once. In our country, government has set long-term target for electricity generation with following strategy: development of domestic primary fuel, private and joint venture use of alternative energy, cross-border power trade, use of nuclear energy, low carbon emission, and multi-sector coordination. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your discussion. I would like to know the opinion of Professor Dr. Mizanur Rahman, sir, once again. Sir, what do you think, like, what kind of steps should be taken to ensure sustainability? Could you just briefly share with us?
Thank you very much for this question. Actually, there's a sustainability. Before we go to the discussion about the sustainability, we must understand about the sustainability, the definition. So the definition of the sustainability, whatever I just believe like this way. So whatever we are using resources now, our next generation will get the same amount of resource for use. So that will then that we can consider the sustainability. So means we are using the energy, the sufficient amount of energy for the either electricity or maybe the oil for the running the quick car, maybe all the sectors. So we need to keep the same amount of energy, same support for the next generation. Then we can say that it is actually that achieve the sustainability. So to achieve the sustainability, we need to find out actually the source for the we need to find the source for sustainable renewable energy source that actually we already mentioned about the source of renewable energy, sources of renewable energy. If we can increase the energy production from the renewable energy sources, that will be the good achievement for the to get actually the one step for sustainability. Another way actually we can get the sustainability, that's we can decrease the demand and then we can decrease the uses actually. How we can actually decrease the uses, Dr. Priya Tanshan already mentioned this one, that we can use the energy efficient appliance. Like one of the example he gave actually the like a LED bulbs, LED TV, all those things. And then this actually help us to reduce a huge amount of reduction of huge amount of energy in our actual household sector. But one more thing is actually we need to consider that one, the sunlight, actually to use the sunlight for the daytime. Most of our, if you look at the house in the city area, most of the house is compact actually. Even some of the house you cannot tell that either it is day or night because of the compactness of the building and maybe the population size. But if you go to the developed country, or if you go to the more developed country like than Bangladesh, actually, if I consider the Malaysia, you can see that the house is actually that they have sufficient space from one house to the another house, so they get sufficient lighting, so they can actually, they have chance to reduce their electricity, actually the consumption. But for what we can do for our cases actually to receive the sustainability, so we need to think about the alternative uses. Like I think most of the electrical engineers, they know that ghost power. Ghost power means that we turn off the computer but we didn't turn off the switch. We turn off the TV but we didn't turn off the TV switch because the LED is still, like LED is still giving the power. Even some of the switch got LED, and that also give the power, taking the power. Although it is a small amount, but a small amount can make a big amount of energy. Actually, we need to think, and then we don't have. We need to change our human behavior also. Human behavior means actually what we, when we leave the room, we must turn off the light. We must turn off the fan. Or if we think about the modern technology, maybe we can use the sensor, motion sensor. I think WB, I appreciate WB actually, the all the corridors, and then even we, our fresh room, all the places we use the motion sensor. If you walk, the light will appear. If you don't, if the people is not there, light will actually the disappear. So it means actually that's, we are one way we are actually saving the energy to achieve, to get the sustainability. So many things actually will help us to get the sustainability. That's cover the human behavior, as well as the energy efficient appliance, as well as the source of energy. If we consider all those things together, then I think we can achieve the sustainability very fast and very soon. Thank you very much. Roman,
Thank
please.
you very much, sir, for your discussion. Sir, actually, I have received some questions from audience as well. I would like to ask a question to Dr. Sufyan. Sir, there is a question from Mr. Hassan Al Rashid. He is from Daffodil International University. So his question is, how can we easily move on to green energy, and how are we doing in research regarding green energy? Sir, could you please share your opinion?
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Rumana. Regarding this, the move from green energy, basically from a conventional means of generating energy as, or basically electricity. In my opinion, the best way would be the government policy. So if the government policy are in place, so basically the policy means that the government will approach the problem using all available means to the government. So in the context of Malaysia, what is our government is doing is that, as I mentioned before, they came out with a lot of ways so that the general population can engage in renewable energy. For example, from the solar rooftop solar panel scheme. Yeah, so basically all the stakeholders of basically the general population can engage. They set up their own. It's like a business. You see, you set up a business, and then it can sustain for about 10 to 15 years. And if I remember correctly, there's a one time that I did look into it, and then I can see that the return of investment, for example, is within 7 years. Means that the first 7 years is that you're going to pay the cost of the solar panel by installments. Basically, they have a loan facility. So the first 7 years you're going to pay for the installment, and a solar panel, a well-maintained solar panel, is good for about 15 years, and sometimes in certain cases, if the good quality solar panel can sustain up to 20 years. Means that the rest of that, provided that your devices or your inverters is not broken down, means that after 7 years it will generate incomes. So what the government are doing here is that they created a wind policy for the population, for the normal peoples like us. So when we see that there's something immediate in front of us, we know because for us, the background for us is basically engineers, scientists, and engineering students, I believe. So we know that it's a very important for us to adopt renewable energy or green energy. Green energy means that it's environmentally friendly as soon as possible because of the issue with global warming, climate change, and all. But when you talk about the general populations, how do we engage them? Okay, how do we engage them? How, apart from education? Education is a very important topic as well. I'm going to touch a little bit on this matter a little bit later. So how we want to engage with the general population is basically they don't have the background of engineering or scientists that basically understand the effect of global warming, climate change, and all of that. So what we did is that we create an environment that for the general population, if they get involved, they basically they will win something, they will get something. In our case, they will generate income. This is one way of doing it. And then, of course, at the same time, as again, general policy, the government policy also need to engage with the industry. With the industry, I believe they work together with the industry, for example, so that the industry will also give lesser carbon footprint. Okay, remember there's a one scheme in our government where if they achieve a certain threshold of carbon footprint, means that very less carbon footprint, if they can reduce up to that level, they will get a tax exemption, for example. Yeah. So this is some of the things that to encourage the all these public sectors or private sectors to get involved with this effort to move to green energy. Okay, this is one way. And then I want to touch this one also. Education is very important. So we need to educate our younger generations, our next generations, of the importance of green energy. And of course, definitely, what we are experiencing now, I'm sure that you were aware of the heavy rainfall in China, the heavy rainfall in Germany, and such. And basically, people are blaming them on climate change. We are not waiting for the younger generation. In fact, our generation right now is already experiencing climate change. So basically, it is a disaster, but this is a good chance for us to reignite the need for this green energy, this green energy matters lah. So I think that's all from me. So I'll just return the event to you, to the floor to you, Ms. Romana. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful answer. Sir, you have answered the question from the perspective of Malaysia. I would like to know the opinion of Professor Dr. Mizanur Rahman, sir, from the perspective of Bangladesh as well. Sir, I will repeat the question for you once again. Sir, how can we actually easily move on to green energy, and how are we doing research regarding green energy in Bangladesh? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Romana, to just give this question to me. The thing is happen like this. We have actually the lot of potential source of energy, renewable energy in Bangladesh. But what we are doing now actually, we have policy from the government also we have. But the thing is, we need to implement this policy or to support that, or we need to ask the industry, or maybe we need to implement that. Okay, like in Malaysia, actually they said that have rooftop. They can harvest the energy from the rooftop, and then they can get back some bill from the. Actually, they can cut some electricity bill from there. I think that's actually the good example of how they are going to implement the renewable energy or green technology. Apart from this, I will talk actually. If you look at any university actually in our country, we call in the engineering sector we call it WET is the top-ranking university in our country. So they have a renewable energy center, they have renewable energy research facility, they have a lot of facility on renewable energy. If I go to the University of Dhaka, they also have renewable energy center. Plus, there are many teachers and professors they are doing research on this one. Now, my question is coming: how many research now come to the field actually to support the industry, or maybe the that's actually the we are able to market, we are able to generate actually the market for that particular green technology. So if we look at this one, maybe we will not get too many. There are some actually. Then the question is coming: why actually? So if we able to establish the relation between industry and the academy, I mean the university, and then we'll continue the research together, like our engineer Farhan Ferdous mentioned. They have actually their in industry, and they also university also support the technology move from one sector to the another sector. If we able to do like this, then we can actually establish the green technology for the industry. We should not depend upon the actually the outsource, maybe the out of the country. We should depend on our researcher, our universities. So industry, if industry come together with the academic people, and then the problem will be solved together, then we will get actually the right solution for the right environment. That is the important part for us. I think for Bangladesh, we need to think about that one, that how we are actually our renewable energy research going on. We need to come up with, we need to solve some problem with not only the in the academic base, that will come to the industry and academy together. I will not tell like this that our research funding is less. Government is putting a lot of fund for the research, basically on energy. They have priority in energy, but I'm not talking about this COVID-19 situation. During this situation, the research money, most of the money they try to give actually for that to protect the human being, their health, all those things. That's why maybe now the research money is less for the energy. But if you look at the back, a lot of money is given for the research purpose for energy. Now only the I have seen the lagging is actually the interaction between the industry and our academy. So if we have like a industry 4.0, if we say that academic 4.0 means we have another revolution to develop our academic sector to support the industry, then maybe it will be the good solution for to achieve the green energy for our industry. I think that's all from my side. Thank you, Roman.
Sir, I actually have received a lot more questions from audience. Sir, it's not going to be easy for us to cover all of them. But I would like to ask you, Professor Dr. Mizanur Rahman, sir, another question from a student from World University of Bangladesh. She is Aisha Zulkarnain, and she is a student of Textile Engineering Department. And her question for you is, what are the barriers to energy efficiency in textile industries of Bangladesh? Please discuss on energy efficiency in textile industry.
Can you repeat the question one more time? Sorry.
Sir, her question is, what are the barriers to energy efficiency in textile industries of Bangladesh? And could you please discuss more on energy efficiency in textile industry? Sir, could you please share your opinion briefly, since we don't have much time, sir?
Okay. We are talking about the barriers in textile industries in terms of energy. So when we talk about the barriers, then we need to think about that again. Actually, either the industry owner, either he or she is interested to accept the changes, what is changes is going on or not. Like if you want to use the energy efficient appliance like a light LED bulb, the normal bulb maybe in our currency is only 20 to 40 taka, maybe 40 to 50 taka only. But if you want to use the energy efficient appliance like a LED bulb, that cost maybe around 3 to 500 taka. So, but we need to think like this way. This bulb will give us actually the savings maybe another 2 to 3 years, around 70% of energy usage. So once we use 70% of energy, means that cost will come up as Dr. Shukran mentioned for the solar cell, they can actually the 7 years they can get back the money if the system is still working. So we can easily get back the money actually. Similarly, same thing actually. If we invest little bit more, then actually we can get back this money after certain times. Return period is depend upon actually the energy audit will give you that actually the answer that how long it will take to give back your money. So that's actually one of the barriers. I can actually tell you that the interest of the industrial owners that either they want to do it or not. Then, as I mentioned, also energy audit will tell you that how long it will take and which equipment you can replace, and then so you need to conduct the energy audit for your industry. But if there is no rules and regulation emphasis on particular that industry, so the industry don't want to do that auditing or that type of activities on the industry because they think that since the government is not pushing us to do this auditing or all those things, so why we need to spend our money to do all those things. But they never consider that this audit can help them to save their actually they save our energy as well as save our money, and after sometimes actually it is free of cost. So actually, the policy also need to give the. We have to support. We need support from the policy. That also the specific policy, as far as I know, maybe government is in the planning section, but we didn't see like that way. But governments they need to do the auditing, energy auditing. Some of the industry they do. As I know from have actually that particular case auditing, we can see the using the energy efficiency appliance as well as do the auditing in the energies in the industry to save the energy as well as to get some benefit from the uses of efficient appliance, as well as I can say also it will help us to get the sustainability. Thank you, Mr. Umar.
Sir, thank you very much. We are going to conclude our webinar, but before doing that, I would like to ask our honorable speakers to say something briefly, since we're going to conclude our seminar webinar soon. Sir, Dr. Mohammad Sufian, you want to say something? We want to conclude the webinar.
Thank you, Ms. Romana. I think just a final note from my side. Of course, definitely this is a good conversations between experts from Japan, from Bangladesh, and from me myself. Before I just final word from me, or before the last word from me, basically this seminar is promoting renewable energy for the good of the environment. But on the other side, the renewable energy is there's a bad side, there's a good side. We should aware of this one. Just like for example, just to get us into thinking, right? I'm sure the audience is basically most of them are engineering students. So let's say for example, solar panel, just to produce 2 or 3 megawatts of power or 5 megawatts of power will requires acres of land. Whereas if you use coal or gas, coal power plants is definitely not good. Even though the technologies have been developed for quite some time, the efficiency is much better. The scraper is much more better as compared to the old days. And now we have access to gas turbine, which is very efficient system. And it only requires a small area of land, can work 24 hours basically. So sometimes you have to think carefully which one is better, whether it's solar PV that consume a lot of agricultural land, or is it you just need a very small footprint to generate, because basically what you have is a very efficient machine that can produce a lot of power. So when you talk about the topic of renewable energy and such, there is a lot of factors that you need to consider, especially in terms of the resource, whether you have that resource resources or not. But there's a one thing that you can control, or you within your controls, basically the stakeholders or the population itself. If you have an educated populations that have a very high awareness about sustainability, green energy, the state of what we are currently in, especially for example, now we are in the face of climate change. So you don't really need a very big solar power plant areas. You don't really need very dirty, all those things. But if the population itself are very aware of these important things, means that sustainability is basically in the tips of your hand or in the tip of your country, right? So that's why education, awareness, policy is very important in promoting energy sustainability. That's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would like to ask some other guests also for their concluding remarks. Engineer Mr. Farhan Firdaus, you want to say something before we conclude our webinar?
Thank you everyone to inviting me this type of important webinar, because energy is very much important for our real or our future. So how we can find out the new energy sources. So it is maybe our next research. Then we can going to produce some important energy like the hydropower. So in Japan there are many hydro power plants, so they can produce the huge type of energy, and they are using to their many type of devices, and they are using also they are the train, because in Japan there are this is the high speed train Shinkansen, so it only go 500 kilometer only go within the 3 hours, so they can reduce also energy from this type of latest technology or latest device. So I think it is important to how we can produce energy and how we can use the latest device or this type of fourth industrial revolution or fifth industrial device, how we can use in Bangladesh. So I hope we can, if we do work together, then we will success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Farhan Firdaus, for joining us today, and thank you for your nice discussion. We're moving towards Dr. Riyad Kanshi, sir. Sir, if you want to give any concluding remark. Thank you, sir.
I am sorry, I can't hear you properly. Can you please repeat what you said?
So, sir, I was asking, like, if you want to share your concluding remark, because we are going to finish our webinar soon. You want to share something with us, sir?
Okay, thank you, Romana. I think this is a very nice webinar for learning and sharing our knowledge and research. And I think Tripoli, Megatonics, and CSC also learn many. And energy, they also uh, in future use many like project handle like waste heat recovery and increasing overall efficiency of the thermal equipments and avoiding heat loss, and also conversion electrical heating into thermal heating and use of fuel saving, etc. Thank you for my side.
Thank you, sir. I would like to know the opinion of, I would like to ask Professor Dr. Mizanur Rahman, sir, to give his concluding remark.
So I would like to say thanks to all actually the uh, from our department, the Department of Mechatronics Engineering, as well as I give the special thanks to Ms. Rumana Tasneem, because she worked hard. I know that she worked hard you worked hard to organize this webinar. And also thanks goes to all the organizing committee members of IEOM student chapters who work hard, but they are not in the front. So they give us time, almost midnight. Thanks for everyone. Ms. Romana.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your concluding
conclude.
remark. Yes, sir. Thank you all for participating in today's webinar. I hope you all stay safe and healthy in this current pandemic situation. Allah Hafiz.